Hello and welcome to this week's Gems of War Guild event planner. I am Guardian Amic, Guild Leader of Loot and Plunder. This week's focus is the boss fight event, and we are using units from Hellcrag. And after running some numbers, here are the units you want to use. This is the team I plan on using. I'm going to be using the new Glory unit for the week. They aren't that great normally, but they create 5 bad gargoyle gems and 5 poison gems, get a bonus turn, which feeds into Seditious, our boss killing unit for the week, which everyone should be using. They get to explode 3 bad gargoyle gems, so it's one of those cases where they're not usually useful, but with the main character exploding bad gargoyle gems, making bad gargoyle gems is actually effective. And then I'm going to be using the Acidiaxis, the big old dragon from the delves below, and they get to do okay damage. They're actually not that great when it comes to damage and such normally, but if you're going to be making gargoyle gems, that's actually going to give you a lot more damage. So I'm hoping that you'll be able to do some good damage, because we desperately need that. And then I'm going to be using the Obsidian Librum, aka Explode the Board, because it's just explode a number of gems. Not green, not blue, any gems. So basically, it explodes the entire board. You get a whole lot of mana, namely 32 mana. And then also the nice thing is if you have the Geomancer class, if you have the traits maxed out, you get to start with 50% mana, which was really nice for speeding up at least the earlier rounds of the boss adventure. Now, if you are looking for some other options, you don't want to use Obsidiax, don't want to use the new Glory character, don't have the weapon, you know, all those kind of good things, you're looking for other options. So here are some other options. For damage, the Tomb Keeper might be actually fairly decent due to if you can have a team with bleed on it, he can end up doing a lot of damage. And then if he gets to kill an enemy, because he does a lot of damage, he can convert green to bleed. So convert green to purple, and you can probably use if you need to get some bleed gems on the field, you can use Sanguinetta, as they get to convert 9 blue to bleed gems, which would increase the Tomb Keeper's damage. Now, some other options for boss killing damage are Adakite. They get to explode 3 gems. They're almost a little bit better than Seditious, but Seditious gives you bonus score. You get double the score by using this week's boss killer, and hence why you should be using Seditious. Mudwalker, also pretty decent, though he does a lot less damage compared to either of the two. Or technically more damage, but less bonus stuff compared to the other two. But these are the options you have if you want some other boss killing damage. Now, if you're looking for some mana or mana and damage, Surzinabog is going to be a good unit to have. He gets to create 10 bound gems, explode 23. He's very similar to the book, so if you don't have the book, using Surzinabog is probably a very solid option. He also gets to make a Dust Storm on your turn, so you'll always be getting a lot of brown. Now, Seditious doesn't use brown, but Obsidiaxis does, and Sidious just really needs to be charged once, and then it's make sure you kill the minions. So, and then also you can use Shaladoni, as they are a journey character, so they get the good old-fashioned, I get to do some damage, I get to create some gems, sometimes charge myself back up, and repeat. Now, if you're needing some extra durability, well, you might, I don't think you will, but in the case that you do, the Hellstone Gate and the Petrified Golem are wonderful things. The gate gains some armor, and then barriers all daemons, which is going to be most of them, but actually is not going to be all of them, depending on your loadout. Most of them are daemons and constructs, but some of them are just constructs. The petrified golem, on the other hand, gets to explode a gem and barrier random ally for each brown gem destroyed, akin to many other golems where they explode a gem, do something based off of the number of this color that they've destroyed. I would say usually they get to do about 2 barriers a cast, unless you're using Bog. Then due to the dust storms, there might actually be a higher concentration of brown on the field. So he can also be quite good at keeping the team barriered, and a barrier team doesn't take damage. And that is about it. Hellcrag really doesn't have good units, but there's at least enough good units to get through this week. And the new Glory character and new Godslayer really helped out making a new team, as without them it would have been basically Bog, and that's about it for good characters. I hope this info was helpful for both starting and veteran players of Gems of War. If it was helpful to you, give that subscribe button a click, as I plan on doing these every Monday, both to help my guild and for fun. Until next week, have fun plundering.